What kind of joke is this? Two muffins were sitting in an oven. One says, "Geez, it's hot in here." The other screams. I don't know what crime he committed, but he should have heard the police coming. How do I stop being so handsome? If this were The Sims, I would remove your ladder. What is this creature? Readers added context. They thought people might want to know. This is a sloth. Oh my, what now? I'm not a burger, but you will be soon, baby. Trust. So this is why the sea levels are supposed to be rising. An outfit all men look hot in. I'd put a really fat guy in it then. Wax figure of Dwayne The Rock Johnson at a museum in Paris. Bro, that's paper. When bald people wash their face, how far up do they go? What keeps me up at night? I'm bald, and this keeps me up at night. Amber Heard is one of the most beautiful faces, according to science. She's a 10, but she poops on beds. The irony of being dumped while wearing a face full of clown makeup is not lost on me. Bro could not have picked a worse time. Guys, he got kicked out of his house. Look, there's a bed in the back. I still have good relations with my folks. I just have to keep moving. Better not sneeze. Gonna stab yourself in the heart. When you and Bae, both crazy. You wake up with this man hovering over you. What do? Hide the chipmunks? Hey, why are they playing like this, bro? I'll mess that guy up. On my dead sister's grave. What is your greatest wish? I just want to punch God in the face. This kid is going places. Not heaven for sure, but places. An elephant without a trunk or ears will look like this. 2 more days of inking, and this book is in the can. Bro is still making this. Blink twice if they're forcing you to do this. Bro is. Why does Ice Spice have the perfect birthday? Microsoft Windows date of birth. Kids be like, watch this. Then run and do a little kick. Wasted my time. When your team is losing, so you decide to swallow the ball. Detectives charge Nick, 15, and Do Bug, 14, with attempted murder. Damn, I would kill people too if I was named Doo Bug. Why can't we wear hats in school, but these women can wear dog collars? This is literally the New Zealand Minister of Health. Readers added context. That is not the New Zealand Minister of Health. The professor has no chill. Relative dating, not the Alabama kind. They don't use Tinder. They use the family photo album. If I was president, no apartment would cost more than $100. Pretty sure this would lead to some sort of economic crisis. My second order would be sending you to hell. It looks like his only source of nutrition is toenails and cigarettes. Bro had beef with the dentist. This is for messing up my mouth. Mansu's neighbor, he paid to get his wife pregnant, but failed after 72 attempts. I still see your shadows in my room. There should be a show called You Will Never Find Out, where each week there is a new story with a new set of characters, and it always ends on a cliffhanger. Well, hello there, Satan. Let me merge, or I swear I will kill us both. I love how this could either be about driving or using VaazkL. Above is beta footage for the new game called Outside. It is slated to release whenever you decide to shut off that game console. I went outside once. The graphics were great, but the story was awful. The respawn time sucked as well. Imagine a lawyer saying, "But go off," in court. We literally found your DNA evidence on the knife used to kill the victim, but go off, I guess. How long does your ideal hug last? 38 to 45 minutes? That's really impractical. You said ideal, not realistic. I would let him ruin my life. How much of your time is spent yearning for fit men on the internet? I'm just saying, maybe he already has. These tunnels were dug by a giant ground sloth that lived 10,000 years ago in Brazil. I'm so easily amused. Oh my god, but the pepper, what the hell? Look at how shocked the plug socket on the wall is. It's so hot outside, even my chair is annoyed. What is that supposed to be? And it's a sincere question. What is that? What the hell is that? Jennifer Lopez says the virus has affected her wedding plans. She's had 7 weddings. I'm sure she will be okay. Can a woman make you a millionaire? Yes, if you're a billionaire. I took her phone and texted the group chat. Guess who I'm with? They said 12 names, and none of them were mine. Sunrise in your brown eyes. Blah blah. Look at me, look at me. What have you contributed to society today? Pete Davidson is what I imagine Beetlejuice looked like when he was alive. DoorDash, reply with Halloween for 75% off Halloween. Yo, big hungry. Yo, who is this? Fans wish Drake a happy birthday. Man, screw that guy Drake and his birthday. 126 men have been with me prior to my relationship, and my man still loves me for me, the king. He just broke up with me. Y'all won. Do you have a lisp? Because air can't get around that massive barrier of teeth. You look like a great white shark, got veneers. This doll looks like it's about to lecture me on my carbon footprint. Hey there, young scientists. Put on your lab coats and strap on your safety goggles, because today we're learning about being knowledgeable in a narrow domain that nobody understands or cares about. The story of my life. Did you mean a PhD? Come on, bro, let's hang out. I promise I won't moan if you pet me again. Haha. You're made in the image of something terrible. God has no claim on you. Yes, yippee. You, I'm only 35 and I have my whole life ahead of me. Sports broadcaster. Here comes the oldest player in the league. He's 32. A miracle. I hate driving behind school buses because I know the cool kids in the back are making fun of me. What should I watch, boys? You'll wait. I made macaroons yesterday and they turned out ugly, but I challenge you to try and say something nice about them. I'm sure they have a great personality. I used to date a guy who was 6'4" and I'm 5'2", and one time we were arguing and he took a picture of me from his eye level, and honestly that was so disrespectful. Been a follower for a long time. Time to unfollow. This isn't an airport. No need to announce your departure. Bro looks like a television station that's run out of programming at 3 AM. Mom, how should I cook the rice? Start boiling 2 cups of water. And where should I put the rice? Why does every band from the 2000s have a guy that looks like this? I hate when teachers put question mark on graded work. Bro, I don't know what's going on either. Guys in elementary school used to lie about the dumbest stuff, like, bro, your uncle was not a Power Ranger. If the smoke is pink, it's a girl. If it's blue, it's a boy. 2 bombs, one that does more damage than the other. This is the guy from my math book who buys 50 bananas for no reason. Babies be eating anything. What the hell is apple chicken? I'm going out with this thing on Valentine's. Wish me luck. Damn, bro. Even the body pillow won't look at you. Girls after buying a $2,000 PC that has the power of a space station. I hate when people ask me, why are you so quiet? Because I am. That's how I function. I don't ask others, why do you talk so much? It's rude. I just saw a girl streamer get harassed by a dude she beat, and she popped off with, I'm going to get with your dad and give him a child he will actually love. Bro, how do you recover from that? Johnny Depp is the prettiest creature I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever looked to your left at a gas station? Did you know that the first computer programmer was a woman? That's why computer language is difficult to understand. Scientists recently placed a 10-piece set of matching Tupperware in a sealed chamber. When they opened it up a month later, the chamber had 24 lids that did not match any of the 6 remaining containers. Evil villain. You can run, but you can't hide. That's where you're wrong, pal. Out of breath. I can't do either. Yeah, stupid. That's what happens when you drink the evil red skeleton potion. When you want to burn your tongue 25 individual times. When you compare the size of a gummy worm versus a gummy bear, it starts to paint a horrific picture of the gummy universe. This guy looks like Mark Zuckerberg with a soul. Y'all remember when this had the entire theater choking on their popcorn? I'm still in shock. Absolutely no one. Straight men on dating apps. This implies Cinderella is a straight man. Cinderella? Dolphins have returned to Italy. Meanwhile in Canada, he tried to roll into my sister's DM. Sorry, my ball rolled into your DMs, but since I'm here, hey, now here it is. Well played. Murder documentaries be like, he was a good man until he wasn't. A single Japanese radish gives enough energy to a human being to walk 28 feet. The second radish is 29 feet away. This is legitimately the funniest post on this site. Are you a boy or a girl? I am the physical embodiment of suffering. Sorry Disney, but we'll not be watching this. Neither will my son. It is sad how far left they have gone. Let's keep the propaganda out of kids' movies. That's a shame because your forehead would be perfect to project the movie on for the whole theater. If you're a psycho and you know it, clap your hands. That was a pretty good clap. Scenes that absolutely traumatized us as kids and still makes us cry. These animators are just evil. Have you ever really thought about how when you look at the moon, it's the same moon Shakespeare and all these people looked at? They all looked at the moon. They're all dead. The moon is killing people. Wake up, America. I'd love for the people outside of Cleveland to guess what these billboards are for. This layout actually makes no sense. Having one cashier was insane to me, even as a child. Krabs got Squidward up there fending for his life like a Dollar General employee. Imagine farting in these and they fog up. Act normal. Read the Bible. Pray to Jesus. Get well soon. Nya. The fuck is that supposed to mean? Guys who use expensive shampoos, conditioners, lotions, etc. Homeless man. Gentleman. Let's remember that a lady never looks at the bill. That's okay. I will read it out. What's your biggest fear? Being forgotten. What's yours? Hello? If you were the opposite sex for one day, what would you do? I would get with my best friend, Hassan, because if I won't do that, he'll definitely die a virgin. Rappers spend so much money on jewelry, but never on a good tattoo artist. Bro is built like an ice cream sandwich. I'm not letting this guy near my doorstep. Smelvin is approaching. It's like you shaved a Sasquatch pup and gave it a prescription. How can you look a newborn baby in the eye and name it Bruce? Hello to all the Bruces watching this video. Oh, you don't believe in God? Maybe that's why you're a depressed, socially awkward loser with no friends whose life sucks. Damn, they be eating stuff like this in Louisiana. I bet she could bite through a brick like it's a Kit Kat. Put him in a baby seat. Sid from Ice Age be like, you're pointless. That's not funny. I'm actually going through a tough time right now. Triangle, please stop. Going to GameStop to trade these in. Wish me luck. They might just beat you up. New Wendy's mascot. Looks great. He looks like the word lacrosse. People with tall gums never warn you before they laugh and show you the second story of their townhouse mouth. I would like to thank you for this great video, as my brother had been disabled for 20 years, and he suddenly walked after watching it to disconnect the Wi-Fi and started damaging the router. Netflix is opening up a restaurant in LA. Sadly, you can't share a table there. I would like to announce I'm retiring from NASCAR after this season. I cannot drive a car for a league that won't allow my special flag. We actually had to Google who you were. I'm sure your dozens of fans are really sad about your crusade to defend participation trophies. Never marry a boy who pauses his online games for you. It's a trap, girls. They wouldn't ever continue doing it in the long run. It's a trap because you can't pause online games. So I'm at the bank waiting in line, and the guy in front of me is spitting game to the teller. She's laughing, and he's attractive, so I can tell she's digging it. He asks her if he can take her out, and she says, with what? The whole $11 you got in your account? Son, my chest. Guys who don't watch the news are going to pull up to Target for their opening shift and see the general manager waiting like, how the hell is your hair boneless? Chaotic evil. I'm gonna say it. The really terrifying Halloween figure is the other mom from Coraline. Freddy Krueger and Jason got nothing on her. She gave me nightmares from ages 5 to 10, and y'all will treat her with the respect a legendary horror queen deserves. So I'm at the doctor's office and I find this skeleton leg. Naturally, I place it in my pants leg and put my shoe on. The doctor comes in. We talk about why I'm here, and I tell him my leg hasn't been the same since the bike accident, and he can look at it. I then pull off my shoe. He doesn't think I'm funny. Somebody tell my baby mama to take my son's shoes off. This picture describes my love life. I'm the guy in the blue. 1 star. There are roaches all over the place. You are the first roach there. I was given the ability to control what gets printed on the receipts at the donut shop where I work. This is the first thing I did. I bought a donut and they gave me a receipt for the donut. I don't need a receipt for the donut. I give you money and you give me the donut. End of transaction. We don't need to bring ink and paper into this. I cannot imagine a scenario that I would have to prove that I bought a donut. WWE star John Cena will become the first celebrity to grant 500 wishes in Make-A-Wish Foundation history. Damn, 500? Okay, but all joking and internet stuff aside, John Cena is actually an amazing human. 7 years ago, I won 100k on a scratch card. I did not tell anyone, not even my wife, who would want to share it with our family. Instead, I increased blah 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 blah, the type of person to flush a fart. I just heard this story of a boy in prison. His mum borrowed money to help bail him for a very minor crime. The lawyer duped her, and she's been paying a debt of 90,000 for 7 years, and her son is still in prison. Forget our leaders. Nigerians are so cruel to each other. You, what have you done to make a change as a Nigerian? Somewhere out there, there's a tree whose single purpose is to replace the oxygen you waste. Find it and apologize. I made life-size AirPod stickers and stuck them on the ground all over the city. I always dump my leftover popcorn before leaving the movies. Just found the perfect gift for my boss. You've been poisoned. I turn hot dog water into ice cubes for the guests that I don't like. Wrote, will you marry me, in the sand. I hope it messes up a couple's holiday. This looks like it belongs in a Studio Ghibli movie. A parking lot would go crazy here. Bro, I'm so drunk. This is crazy. You know what would be even more crazy? Do you own a vehicle? Today, I was bored and I saw an ant in my kitchen, and I placed a few sugar cubes in front of her, and she had some and went to tell her friends, and then I quickly hid the sugar cubes because I wanted them to think she is a liar. Why does this picture look like 21 Savage is a superhero, interrupting a broadcast to reveal his evil plan to the world? Ratatouille is hilarious because the villain wasn't even evil, he just didn't want food to be cooked by rats. I grounded my kid, and this was his response. Nobody will notice. Somebody just padlocked my ear and ran away with the key. If I ever become a surgeon, I would say right before the patient passes out from anesthesia. Okay, pull up the WikiHow article. User named Beavis has been terrorizing me since 2004 by sending me pictures of cups that are too close to the end of the table. Pure evil. Form A is my dream. Form B is my nightmare. When I'm bored, I go around putting these stickers on paper towel dispensers. Voice activated. Say loudly. Paper towel now. We tricked the new guy into thinking that he had to fill up the water fountain. My sister ate my leftovers I was saving, so I taped this to her bathroom window. Have a nice shower, sweetie. What the hell is Outback Steakhouse planning. Mind your damn business. It's an ad for funeral services. It's so rude, but so genius. My son turns 1 this month. Shit, got like 1 baby. Don't nobody care about that baby. I just saw 2 blind people fighting. I yelled he got a knife, and they both started running. A pretty lady in a restaurant just asked me, "Are you single?" I happily replied, "Yes." She took away the extra chair in front of me. Obsessed with this specimen I found on TikTok, covering my parents' bathroom in peanut butter. Whoever sold this drone to my grandma can go to hell. In 2010, a man in England was arrested for recording his neighbor's noisy dogs and replaying the noise at full volume over the neighbor's fence. Day 4 of sticking my dad's things to the ceiling. Today, the TV remote. I just checked my YouTube notification to see that one of my comments had like 234 replies. On inspection, I found that 2 people were chatting in the reply section for like a week, so I deleted my comment. Commenting, "Love this, you're so brave," on someone's normal picture of themselves. My 7-year-old just talked back to me. Tomorrow, while she's at school, I'm logging into Minecraft and destroying her village. Don't destroy it, just plant a bunch of TNT with pressure plates around her, so she destroys it when she logs in. God only gave you 1 butt, and this is how you plan to treat it. Man arrested for everything. What did this man do, officer? He just did everything. Go ahead and park like an idiot. I have something for your fancy backup camera. In a game with no consequences, why are you still playing the good side? Because being mean makes me feel bad. 23 fucking 100 years of philosophy, and this guy on Tumblr gets it in a meme. Hey Walmart, I have a very important question to ask. So my brother only has 1 eye, and one time in art class, the teacher said, "Draw your neighbor's eye." So he took his fake eye out and sat it on the girl's desk that was sitting next to him, and she screamed and started crying. Your brother is golden. I could legit point out 30 women that look better than my girl on a daily basis, but that doesn't mean I will leave her. Y'all crazy. Word. Looks don't mean shit. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. My man looks this whole to me. I don't care what the next person sees. Oh nah, my girl legit ugly to me, but I'm saying it's cool. I'm 10 years sober today. Big day. Congratulations on your sobriety, but you look dreadful in both pictures. All my love, Maureen. Y'all stepping on this for 1.5 billion. They ain't say I had to kill it, so I'ma just lightly tap on bro's head with the bottom of my shoe, then slide my boy a stag for the troubles. Dude, I would stain the pavement with that thing for a McDonald's Sprite. Morning ruined. You a grown-ass man. Pick it up. If I have a daughter, I'm going to name her Lizard, and then she will get the nickname Liz, and everyone will be like, "Oh, is it short for Elizabeth?" And she will have to say, "No, my name is Lizard." Why I never trust a guy who drinks milk. I love how milk has become the universal symbol of true evil and psychopathy in film, because it's both valid and correct. You can now buy a jigsaw puzzle that's made up entirely of tiny clear pieces. When I'm a parent, I won't take my kids' electronics when they get in trouble. I will just take the charger so I can watch the fear in their eyes as they use it less and less, while the battery slowly begins to run out. If his name starts with J, he's probably Satan. I literally died for your sins. How do I turn my cat vegan? I don't want her to eat meat because it's not right. Pizza, but everything is crust, except the crust. On February 14th, I will post "I miss us" comments on every couple's photo I see. I'm a bartender and have ruined a lot of graduation parties by saying, "Congratulations, that's the same degree I got. What can I get you to drink?" Never sleep with a friend who's good at Photoshop. I pretended to add my number into this obnoxious guy's phone. All I did was edit his mum's contact. I hope she likes pee-pee pics and booty calls. Me reading all 396 replies of 2 strangers arguing in the comments section, like, I downvote all their comments so they think the other person is downvoting them. I wrapped every single Lego piece for my little brother. Merry Christmas. I once photoshopped Waldo out of a Where's Waldo picture and sent it to my friends. In 8th grade, I had a teacher who, if he caught you reading, would take your book away, read the ending, then threaten to tell you the ending if he caught you reading it again. I just locked some open milk in a gym locker. I don't know the combination. I'll give it a couple of days before the whole locker room smells like absolute shit. Guys need to get more hobbies. Ain't no reason you would try hard at video games. Try hard at life, bitch guy. Bro just got smoked after a long day at work. You guys, my best friend in school straight up asked me out today at lunch, and I felt the spark this semester, and I'm so relieved and excited. Could not care less. Not sure why this is on my feed. My granddad's dementia is so bad, he's asked me if I have a job 10 times. 10 times I have to admit I'm a jobless wasteman. He don't got dementia, he just in disbelief. Guys, I have a crush. It's always a crush and never a job. Got mine ready. I can tell by your hand, you're not handsome. This pepper is exceptionally evil. It's a hybrid. Bro's got him wielding gloves just to touch it. I am not eating this. She bumped my leg and didn't say excuse me, so when I brought it to her attention, she said your leg shouldn't have been in the way. Well, since she wants to be petty, I'm going to be petty. There was once a small gas station whose facilities had nothing. No hand towels, no soap, the sink was out of order, and no empty toilet paper roll. Where does this individual fall fool on this chart. I need to know if pooping in the sink versus toilet was the right response. I changed my comment so you won't know why this got so many likes. Replying lol under chicks' photos, then not replying when they ask you what's so funny, so they start to second guess the picture. A whole new level of mean parking. Sometimes I forget sad jokes are only funny on the internet. I told this guy I wished the earth was flat so I could yeet myself off the edge, and he just got concerned. Iranian teacher drives to the village to teach his only students in there using his car as a whiteboard. My boyfriend bought some donuts and I took a bite out of every single one of them just to mess with them, but then he got mad about something else, and I'm afraid when he sees the donut he's going to lose his mind. In 1994, Los Angeles police arrested a man for dressing as the Grim Reaper, complete with a scythe, and standing outside the windows of an old people's home, staring in. My evil clone pointing at me. Shoot him, he's the clone. Friend aims at the clone. The real Alex would never pass up on an opportunity to die. My mum is visiting for the weekend and sleeping in. I'm wondering if I should shake her awake and tell her she's going to be late for school, then say she can have 10 more minutes of sleep, but come back again in 4 minutes. I'd be skipping over y'all's missing cousins when y'all post them, just like y'all do to my music. If I ever become a music artist, I'm going to name my songs something random that isn't related to the songs in any way, and then watch my fans argue about the meaning behind the name, but there is no meaning, it's just nonsense. If you're feeling bored, find a group photo of 4 girls on Instagram, and then comment, "You 3 look great, wait and grab popcorn." How the hell did they make that penguin from Wallace and Gromit look so evil? Like, it's literally just a penguin, but it somehow radiates pure malice. Look at it. I've noticed a trend in life. The larger a thing is, the more likely it is to be evil. This applies to companies, YouTubers, people, and mountains. In cases of dogs, the direct opposite is true. A notable outlier. I used to pee on my brother's bed in the mornings so I would get first crack at video games or television, while he helped clean up his mess. I've been monitoring what my ex watches on my Netflix account, so that the moment it looks like she's really getting into a show, I can change the password. When I was in 3rd grade, we had Google Earth on the school PCs. There was a flight simulator, and I would ask kids for their addresses, and I would show them the flight simulator, fly the plane straight into their house, and say I was controlling a real plane and that I destroyed their home. Back in university, a girl mocked my presentation one time, so I searched for her group and asked the topic they were presenting on. I spent 4 days researching on it, and asked her so many questions like it was common knowledge that she cried. Stay blessed, precious one. You have accidentally killed a witch and gained 1% of her power. You can now curse people for eternity, but only with mild inconveniences. What curses do you bind your enemies? Their finger always breaks through the toilet paper. Man spent 6,700 euros on pizza with neighbor's bank card as she lays dead and flat for 2 years. Wow, I read the first few words of this and I was like, huh, same. And then I kept reading and I was like, oh god, not the same. I want to stick my hand in it, but I do not. Something terrible in me wants to flip this table. If Lay's bought M&Ms, someone didn't think out this JFK memorial. Huh? Oh no. My first attempt at creepypasta. Beginner here, go easy on me. Carpeted kitchen. What the fuck? I wear a clown mask to sleep just in case one of my kids has a nightmare and comes in to sleep in our bed. Mama, can I borrow 600? No. I think we should buy a bunch of blow up dolls and fill them up with helium. We can release them and make everyone think they missed the rapture. I knew Twitter was a lawless place when someone posted their flight confirmation and someone else called up and cancelled their flight. This happened just before my last 24-hour flight from Sydney to London. We had boarded but had not taken off yet, and someone airdrops me a video. I open it and it is someone from business class stretching out their legs. Still can't fucking believe I got done like that. Working self-checkout, I had a child once grab a candy bar and the mum said no, but the child scanned it anyway and said, "Ha, I scanned it, so now you have to buy it." And I walked over so fast and said, "I can delete that for you, ma'am." The child cried. I laughed. It was a good day. I want to become a teacher just to accidentally leave my PC open on an exam. I will then make a file which is named exam solutions and then put this video in it. Supervillains. We get some kids riled up for pizza and then leave. Why not step outside for a bit? Tornado warning in this area. I just met Billie Eilish at the beach. Are you okay? You wet? A guy I put in the friend zone a year ago almost got a girlfriend today, so I told him I like him. I don't, but I need him just in case. A hotel in Germany uses 3D carpets to keep guests from running in the hallway. The bathroom door says men from the outside, but from the inside it says women, spelled backwards, so you will think you were in the wrong bathroom. My friend stole a stack of diamonds, and this is what he used them on. I am a nanny for 4 children. When the 8-year-old I care for gives me a lot of attitude, I get on her iPad when she goes to school, and I delete her worlds on Minecraft. If you dip cotton balls in water, they will stick to anything on a cold night. Me, good night kids. Good night dad. Good night monster that eats children who are bad. Wife, through radio under the bed. Good night. Yesterday, I asked my 12-year-old son what other kids at school think about him having 2 dads. His response response. They don't care, but they don't like how I'm immune to your mama jokes. Your mother is so ugly, your dad had to get her husband. Tell me what's on your mind. If a dentist makes money off people with bad teeth, then why would I buy a toothpaste that's 4 out of 5 dentists recommend? She's not wrong, but did she have to say it? Your child is being a terrible influence on me. Sweetheart, you two met because you were the only 2 girls left in a frat house in Ohio at 7 a.m. What do you expect? OMG, so yesterday I put a salt line on the pathway to our front door because I was messing around and my brother was pretending to summon a demon. If a tornado looks like it's not moving, it's moving towards you. Thanksgiving ain't shit without my granny. Fuck your granny. 5-year-old girl left in tears after she's fined £150 by a local council for setting up a lemonade stand. Just because you're 5 doesn't mean the law doesn't apply to you. Fucking idiot. My favorite picture of us. Who is this? Sorry, wrong number. Y'all ugly. Me, every 15 minutes when I remember what being stabbed felt like. I've been stabbed before, but I don't complain about it. I have ADHD. Try having dyslexic. It's not a competition. Okay, but if it was, I would win. I want a Viking funeral, but I don't have a boat, so chuck my corpse onto some rich guy's yacht and set me on fire. Please bring toxic masculinity back, because why I show up on a date, and me and him was wearing the same shirt. Who looked better? He ate me up. I had to wear my jacket. That's what I thought. Over a week sober. See how long I can last. You probably just broke. People doing keto will put mayonnaise on their bacon, then sprinkle cheese over it, and be like, I'm finally taking charge of my health. When you close the fridge door and hear some stuff fall and leave it in for the next person. Devil's Horns sunrise captured in Qatar during a partial eclipse during sunrise. Always go for this. Never ever go for this. Only villains do that. A playlist for a 19th century villain scheming against his enemies. Peace was never an option. My housemate has just left for a 3rd date with a girl he met on Tinder. Claims he's going to bring her home tonight. He's been a bit of a pain lately, so it's time for payback. Engage in Facebook stalk mode. Find his date. Print some photos of her. Frame and place randomly around the house. The cherry on the top is her high school graduation photo on his bedside table. Glass headstones. Imagine a graveyard full of these on a sunny day. It would be so beautiful. I would position mine so that every day when the sun was in the right position, it would set fire to the roof of someone I hated, thus achieving revenge from beyond the grave every single day. There are 2 kinds of people. Satan, 5 days into Armageddon, realizing humans are already adapting and starting to make memes about the demons. My teacher gives out these pencils to the people in class who forgot to bring a pencil or pen to class. Mutant dandelions. My god. The 3rd one almost looks like a human hand. Nature is amazing. New Tinder idea. Upload all of my photos upside down so girls turn their phones to look at them. Obviously realize I'm ugly, then swipe left, but of course, now that's actually right. Bing bang boom. Match. If I was a famous actor and had a horde of fangirls, I would stay single, and every time an interviewer asked me about my love life, I would answer that there's this one girl I saw at a meeting with fans. I don't know her name because all of the fuss with the autographs, and I only have seen her once, but I'm in love with her. I would say that all looking sad and lonely. Imagine all the fangirls' faces. Just calm down a second there, Satan. In my defense, Your Honor, I had really good music on, and it made me want to do something evil. I filled in for my parents today at my little sister's college orientation because they could not make it. While I was having lunch with the other parents, one of the mums commented on how young I looked. I told her I had Jessica when I was 13. She choked on her salad. Y'all never tried pizza rolls in hot chocolate. Y'all missing out. Believe it or not, wild hogs used to be even more evil. Weighed 1 ton and were the size of a horse. I need you so badly. Evil Pokemon team admins when they find out the legendary Pokemon sacred to their region. I saw a post that said, women have so much evil in their blood that God has to drain it once a month. And bruh, finger licking good. And its ontological opposite, toe sucking evil. Me when a man disrespects me and I can unleash the evil bitter hatred that hides in my heart. Bus drivers who reopen their doors when they see someone running towards the stop are neutral good. Any other kind of bus driver is automatically lawful evil, chaotic evil. The bus driver who saw me running to the stop and waited until I was at the door to close it and drive away. The ancient evil has been sealed. When you realize Ariana Grande is 5'2", her being obsessed with taking other people's boyfriends makes sense. Like, that is evil known behavior. Not evil anymore. I want to be loved now. Evil again. It's just carpet, woven from pure evil. I'm like Heinz Doofenshmirtz because I, too, like being petty, singing off-key, and oversharing my deepest traumas for no discernible reason. I also think of myself as evil, but I'm at best a minor inconvenience. How to be evil. Step 1, call everyone a fool. See you soon. I'm making your favorite. I also invited another guest. Hey parents, instead of Elf on the shelf in December, let's do a Doll in the Hall in October. You take a creepy porcelain doll that your kids already believe is haunted and keep it secretly moving around the house. For an extra festive touch, put the doll right in bed with one of your kids too. Like, if I should quit rapping. I haven't ever listened to it, but I can guarantee you it's ass. Quit everything, bro. Retire from life. You're useless. Blood went straight to the point. If you could telepathically say something that all 7.5 1.8 billion people on Earth could hear at once, what would it be? Act out a conversation between two people talking about shutting down the simulation, then freak out about it, accidentally broadcasting the whole conversation in the simulation. What's it like being taller than 5'2"? Is it nice? Can you comfortably reach cupboards? We live in constant fear of the short ones, who, in my experience, will climb 4 chairs, 2 boxes, a small coffee table, and 6 oddly placed stools to get what they want. I got drunk alone, and people actually cared. I was in a dark place and just had to get out of the house. I started drinking in a pub alone and went to a nightclub. I'm not allowed to drink because of health issues, so this was the first time I was drunk in 2 years. I sat alone in the corner, upset, realizing nobody cares. Some big 6'4" guy approaches me and sat next to me and spent probably an hour talking to me about life. He wasn't drunk. He saw I was in pain and wanted to help. He told me he hated seeing men suffering alone because we don't get any support. He gave me his contact details, and so did his girlfriend. He told me he would drop anything to come and hang out if I was ever lonely. His girlfriend's sister even walked me home to make sure I was okay. I woke up happy for the first time in a while, and it showed me how much people do care about me, even people I don't know. If you could telepathically say something that's I've read this before, so I mean I could read it. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Whoever designed this carpet is evil. That's a flat surface. How to make guests uncomfortable in your home. This is the single greatest thing I have ever seen. His evil twin, Kilometers Morales. Serial killers saw these glasses and were like, yo, hey, do you want the rest of my shake? I'm full. What is wrong with you? Whoever put this up in the airport, I hate you. Dating a religious girl is the best. I cheat, she finds out. Then we pray about it and blame the devil. Isn't it crazy that in 100 years, everyone in this comment section will be dead? Not me though, I'm built different. April 21st, 2028. Bro, what? Men losing their glasses when they turn evil. It's because they can't see the consequences of their actions. Someone stole my phone last week, and I just saw these photos on my iCloud. On February 14th, I will post I miss us comments on every couple's photo I see. Put a mirror on the stairs, scare the hell out of everyone. My wife and I are sitting on the couch watching TV, and then I hear a text, realizing I left my phone in the kitchen. I get up, go to the kitchen to check it. It's a text message from my wife. Please bring the chips on your way back. John Cena accidentally says, "You can't see me," to a blind kid. After finishing a 90-kilometer ultra marathon, runners have to leave the stadium using these stairs. Someone broke all the Kit Kats at my store. Frog Army teen breeds millions of frogs in his backyard, unleashes them on his neighborhood. Hello, little human. Okay, I kiss you now. Fun fact, the cat is checking the baby's mouth to see if it's still breathing. Were it not breathing, the cat would commence to eat it. Fun fact, pastor claimed that he went to hell and killed Satan. What's for dinner, mum? A vase of spaghetti and milk in a floral glass. Eat your aesthetic, Jonathan. These are called witches' stairs. Allegedly, witches cannot climb up them. You will occasionally find them in old New England homes. Yes, I imagine they are quite good at hurting old women. That's messed up on so many levels. What's messed up about it? Whoa, if that's you on your profile, you are really ugly. What the hell? Thorny devil, found in Central Australia. If the devil tempted Eve with an apple, he tempted me with the Home Depot employee stairs. The most evil rug I've ever seen. Imagine being drunk. People always say cyclists need to be more afraid of cars because in a collision, the car wins. It doesn't always have to be like that. We can both lose. What's the worst thing you've ever said to your parents? Twitter has me messed up, bruh. My dad started arguing with me, and I told him, end it. The woman can balance herself, making it easier for you to carry her. Try picking up a 55-kilogram dead person. I agree. It was really hard when I did it. My son has been missing for a full 24 hours now. If we can hit 10k likes, I'll report it to the police. I want to like this because it's funny, but I also don't want your son to be found. Why does this guy look like he's plotting world domination with his evil cat? You don't sleep with the door open, so the evil shadow from the hallway can get in? No. When school gets hard, just remember this. Knowledge is power. Power corrupts. Study hard. Be evil. This is really inspiring to me. The alphabet is seen from the side. The alphabet is seen from directly above. The fourth law of robotics is you gotta make it so the eyes go red when they turn evil. I finally quit drinking for good. Now, I drink for evil. Taking candy from a baby is seen as evil, but it's actually good because candy is bad for babies. Geese aren't cute. They are evil. People who talk about computer chips being evil sigils have never seen an automatic transmission valve body. This random number texted me, and I couldn't help myself. When you get home and get the baby settled, call me. I thought you had the baby. What? If you're bored on Valentine's Day, just go up to random couples in restaurants and yell, "Who the hell is she?" In 8th grade, I had a teacher who, if he caught you reading, would take your book away, read the ending, then threaten to tell you the ending if he caught you reading it again. Brazil has nearly 60,000 murderers. Here's a map to put put that number in perspective. But, evil America. Brazil number uno. Why use guns when you can just put pins in Nerf bullets? If I were to make a horror game, I would have it autosave at random times, just to mess with the player. Or hell, put up a fake autosave. When I'm mad, I chew on this photo of Demi Lovato. Some kid at my local grocery store was saying poggers out loud in the cereal aisle. So I told his mother it was a racial slur. Safe to say, he ain't touching his Xbox for a while. This is messed up, forcing a kid into something he doesn't understand just because you believe in it. A child should never have to wear Crocs. Missing hiker was held captive as slave to 200-pound female cougar. Trigger warning, driving while intoxicated, driving without a license, posting while driving. Hey guys, what's up? Florida woman allegedly assaulted 2 people for doing inappropriate stretches at a pool. She attacked us. She is hiding a PS5 in her mouth. That haunts me, bro. When I touched 340 pounds, I thought that was hell. I'm down 41 pounds now. Still fat. Keep working though. Remove the hand from the box and you die. What's in the box? Wet food from the sink. Whenever we get into a heated argument, my wife stops mid-argument to take a selfie with me. I'm never amused. Just told a guy talking on his phone in the library to shut up. And then everyone applauded me, so I told them to shut up too. I deserve the seat because I am a woman. I gave my seat for an old lady in the bus. Next day I lost my job as a driver. The world is cruel. Someone stole my debit card, went and spent $60 at a restaurant, and then only left a $4 tip. It's not even your card, and you leave a $4 tip. Unreal. The girl I like threw away her plastic spoon after she was done eating, so I took it home with me when she wasn't looking. I put it on my board. You can still see the food on it. It still even has the smell. You think everything's a game. He's too happy. Put that guy down. I enjoy getting my sleeves wet when I wash my hands. Whenever I'm at work and I have to wash my hands, I purposely wet my sleeves so that they stick better to my wrists and give me a nice cooling sensation. It's pure bliss. Be the villain you were born to be. Stop waiting for someone to come along and corrupt you. Succumb to the darkness yourself. This is surprisingly motivating. Why don't they make chew toys for adult humans? I used to chew on my ex's forearm. He had an injury and had sustained nerve damage, so he couldn't feel it. It was the best stress reliever. One of the few things his worthless self was good for. It's fun to chant Bloody Mary into your car side mirror 3 times and watch her jog and try to keep up. Being mean, even to demons. One day I will be strong and punch the sun. Yeah. Pretty sure that's not possible, so I will punch it. Look, buddy, if you try and punch the sun, your hand is just going to get burned up. Not really sure what you're expecting here. I'm gonna punch it real hard. I have this theory that if they had given the emoji guy like the simple .eye emojis, then he wouldn't have been as inherently hateable. What do you guys think? Correct. They are destroying my garden. What is it? And how do I get rid of them without pesticides? Using that emoji after a normal sentence is the funniest thing ever. Had to bury my wife again. It is depressing to see the number of people who voted yes on this poll. If someone offered you 10k, but if you take it, a random person on Earth dies, would you take the 10k? Analyzing evil Walter White from Breaking Bad. Can you do a video killing people with a rock? Name a scam. The zoo charges us to see animals that they stole. Is gym really worth it? Was there some sort of study that says seasoning decreases muscle growth, or do bodybuilders just eat the food equivalent of a sad note every day, voluntarily? I get why people associate this imagery with the devil now. Me at my evil computer, typing evil posts. Evil. Yeah, I don't like this. I hope nobody is evil. Smiley face. Oh no. SpongeBob eating an apple, season 2 versus season 12. Lil Nas X looks like an evil bisexual Christmas elf. I have never been so visibly disrespected in all of my life. Use your creativity for good, not evil. My thing I like to do is cooking in front of my friends who know which knife is made for what and forcing them to watch me use the wrong one for the wrong thing. Use a cheese grater for tomatoes. You will burn in hell for this. This post is evil. Please do not interact with it to contain the evil. Release the evil. Stop that. Wait, I have an awesome house design. I am architecture. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. This is the most optimistic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Crematorium gets defibrillator. The room before the final boss, where the game lets you stock up, is the final boss poop. Every time there is a discussion on real AI enhanced images, I remember this image and die. What speed do you listen to your music at? I typically do 2 times, but sometimes I'll do 3 times for longer songs. I passed my state bar exam. My first client got sentenced to life. What if I followed every account? A lot of racism on here. I know he shot me, guys, but I forgave him. We forever. There is no way. My grandma died a few days ago, and I remember how she told me you were her favorite. All cheating aside, I need you right now. My grandma would want this. If you were dropped 2,000 years back in time with nothing nothing but the knowledge you have now, what would you do? I would play Chief Keef until my phone died, then end it. If you choke to death on an ice cube, no one will know how you died. And yes, it's possible for an animal to be trans. Your cat having a pee-pee does not make it male. It's animal abuse to misgender your animals. He told me he's going to hug the evil out of the evil queen. Health must come first, or else evil can't prosper. She's spitting facts. Take care of yourself, or evil can't prosper. Drinking my violence milk, it makes me very evil and dangerous. Daily reminder, the aliens in They Live are less evil than our current overlords. The last sentence is the funniest sentence in the entire game. Evil Sims loves the dark, take great delight in the misfortune of others, and prefer to lead a life as far away from goodness as possible. Evil Sims will benefit in the pursuit of a business degree from Sims University. Supervillains when they were kids. Jim Carrey's Grinch was chaotic neutral, but Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat was just straight up chaotic evil. Something evil is afoot in East LA. Dark CVS, please give me your unholy ibuprofen. Chickenless bone wing, wrong. Ghost chicken. Evil iFunny users be like, this picture goes hard. $5 to screenshot. I can't believe I predicted NFTs. I'm going to summon a demon. Yes, go kill my rival. I'm not a demon, I'm a daemon. Like the voice that spoke to Socrates. What? I'm not evil. I'm more like a spirit who gives advice. You need to get a girlfriend, okay? John Goodman has changed his name to John Badman after dedicating his life to evil doings and deviousness. Game developers, but do people want to play evil characters? Untitled Goose Game. Just stumbled upon an Angry Birds OC wiki and what? Jeffrey the evil, Jeffrey the good, Jeffrey the neutral. The idea that vengeance against evil just makes you as bad as the evil you're taking up arms against feels very much like something the bad guys would make up and spread across popular culture to make sure we don't shove their head in a guillotine. Just saying. The greatest trick the devil ever played was getting me banned from an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. Why'd you get banned? Touched the rat? What rat? Chunky cheese. Ratatouille is hilarious because the villain wasn't even evil. He just didn't want food cooked by rats. Dude, shut up. We didn't think anyone would notice that plot hole. We're not giving the Oscar back. I was presenting something in English the other day, and this kid started snickering and laughing at me. So I just stopped in the middle of talking and stared at him with the best evil look ever, and +1 for dirty look at Winston. If I wrote a dystopian novel where the corrupt evil megacorporation that controls society has a smirk for a logo, my editor would tell me to use a less heavy-handed metaphor. And yet, I can be your angel or your devil. I would help if you spelled angel right. 1. It's a meme. 2. Why are you so damn grumpy about misspelling grammars? Dude, we made it up. Go outside. Good God, the devil arrives. When you spend your whole life fighting evil, but evil wins the Oscar twice. The Resident Evil 2 remake burger. I like to add this anytime I submit online forms because I know that some developer is going to see it and wonder if they actually have a bug. Fun fact, crows can talk like parrots do. It requires a process called freezing their tongue. But yes, I want to train a flock of them to say, run, and release them onto a hiking trail. I want to ask, how many nightmares do you want to give people? All of them. I'm in a Walmart parking lot watching a woman who can't remember where she parked. Every time she holds her remote in the air, I honk my horn. I don't know why my last post was deleted. This page says no rules. Once again, selling positive pregnancy tests for $50 each. Need money for my kids. Make that man yours. Forever. I have seen a demon making a withdrawal today. It's going to be a long year. Villain, how did you find my secret lair? The secret lair. Counting to 100,000 in one video. Going to report this for not safe for work, so that YouTube has to watch the whole thing. Just sold my house. The inspector and buyers are there today. Left them a little gift in a basement cabinet. I just met Billie Eilish at the beach. Are you okay? Are you wet? Do you know someone with kids? Do you hate that person? Oh no, a hornet. Relax. They're more afraid of you than you are of it. I like using cursive fonts. Run. The simple drink hack to save money at Disney World. Pre-pandemic, I would have just looked for half or 3/4 full bottles left around the park. Tasted just as good. When I was a kid, I dropped a... Yeah, this is just attempted murder. He blocked me 3 days ago, but still has me on life 360. I threw my phone out of the car, so it notified him that I was in an accident. I now have 47 missed calls from him and haven't answered a single one. I ordered a Han Solo bookmark on eBay. It arrived today. This is how it was packaged. I set up a camera outside my house because my dog always was barking at something. I thought I would catch an animal or something, but boom, who the hell is this? You can run, but you can't hide. That's where you're wrong, pal. I can't do either. PSA, men don't get to decide what's sexist. So a particular group of people cannot have an opinion on something due to their gender. I am almost positive there is a term for this. I know this guy did not just put cologne on his toilet paper. Some girl linked with him a couple months ago, and she said he stank. Look how happy my friend is on his wedding day. Old skitty-doo-doo ass guy. Tell me your toxic trait. As a movie watcher, I fire a real gun at the screen when I see a bad guy. I am sorry Flappy Bird users. 22 hours from now, I will take Flappy Bird down. I cannot take this anymore. He actually thought he was Oppenheimer. You big into Peaky Blinders?
Don't even joke, lad.
When your homie is winning, but you're too petty to let him get first place. When your ex says, happy 1-year anniversary to her new guy, and you broke up 8 months ago. When you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. What do you mean? How I sit down behind others. How others sit behind me. Tinder is horrible. How many tattoos do you have? Why are you dressed as a minion? Today I learned that some people don't drive with both of their feet. Do you use both or one foot? I use two. I like to cross my legs when I drive though, so left foot for acceleration and right for braking. Your brother got me pregnant and I'm keeping it. Did you see where I put the salsa though, lol? Losing my mind, just offered the aisle seat to the guy sitting between me and my girlfriend on a flight, and then he said he would rather stay in the middle seat between us. Leaning in, really close to people at the wishing well and whispering, I wish your wish doesn't come true, then throwing in a penny. Translation, when you're asleep tonight, I'm going to eat your heart. I have never hated anyone in my life, except this next guy. My old job, I worked at a pizza place. Every week, this guy came in and ordered 2 large pizzas, and every single week, I yell, pick up Smith, and he walks up to the counter, shows me his receipt. I slide the pizza across the counter. When you think you feel an evil presence staring at you at 3 a.m. and flip on the lights. Now then, what's your third wish going to be? Yeah, this guy's not a good person. Scientists recently placed a 10-piece set of matching Tupperware in a sealed chamber. When they opened it a month later, the chamber had 24 lids that did not match any of the 6 remaining containers. What the hell is this monstrosity? People of the internet, it is time we put all of our disagreements aside. This evil is too great, too evil. We must stand together against this and see that in our demand for non-weird hummus, we can see each other's shared heritage. Cousins, we need each other now more than ever. I know people are making jokes, but this is a serious situation. In Japanese culture, prime ministers, even former ones, are considered important figures, and assassinating them is a serious cultural taboo. Murder is actually really frowned in Japan. It goes against the traditional concept of which means to live. Ah yes, I was looking for a soap dispenser labeled ketchup with a picture of grapes. I really want this bottle in my bathroom. I would place it next to matching decorative soaps and towels, as if it seems like it fits, but I will actually fill the thing up with ketchup. So when I have guests over and they decide to use the bathroom, they will see this bottle and have a moment of cognitive dissonance. This soap bottle in the bathroom is labeled ketchup, so surely it must dispense soap instead of ketchup, despite the label saying ketchup, right? And then they have a moment of realization, followed by abject horror as they pump vicious ketchup all over their hands instead of soap. One time in math class, my teacher was really annoyed at us and he was yelling, do you even know basic math? Do you know addition? What's 2 plus 2, Corey? What's 2 plus 2? And poor Corey wasn't paying attention, so I leaned over to him and whispered, 7. And he blurted out, 7. And I have never laughed harder, and I doubt I ever will. The Chinese aunties told me to post this. Asian buildings are designed so that when evil spirits fall from the sky onto the roof, they are propelled back up towards the sky. American houses are designed so that the evil spirits fall into your neighbor's lawn. If a female octopus is hungry and doesn't want to mate, but the male tries to, she will let him insert his mating arm and begin the process before inching closer to him. Then she will strangle him, kill him, and feast on his corpse in her den for a few days. My job fired me yesterday, saw it coming, just a seasonal position, already have a new job. And they asked me if I could still show up for my shift today because no one else could take it. I said yes. It is now 10 minutes past when I was supposed to clock in and I am laying in bed. I'm a nasty hag. Welcome to my evil hut. I'm not trying to be evil, but you seem all kinds of messed up. Are you okay? Please have some soup and stop to rest a while. That's the most evil glare I think I've ever seen on a cat. I did a little prank. I'm going to put all of these over my girlfriend's island. Evil clown stole my ingredients and will chop carrots into a big pot, meant to fool you into believing it's an odd hot tub, so he can then cook and eat you. What are you doing? It must feel so good to be an evil guy and sit at a circle table with other evil guys to discuss evil things. Like, imagine saying some evil stuff here. People doing keto will put mayonnaise on bacon, then sprinkle cheese over it and be like, I'm finally taking charge of my health. Had to unplug the touch lamp to prevent this adorable guy from turning it on whenever he was hungry at night. He's so smart and evil. How I wake up knowing my enemies ontologically evil and there is no act against them, which is wrong. Hey, we can see that your account balance is at -$2, so we're gonna charge charge you a $35 each shit fee because we're the bank. Billionaires going to space for 15 seconds rather than paying taxes. Ending homelessness. Ending world hunger. Canceling student debt. Stephanie, if you found out you have 1 day left, what would you do with it? Say goodbye and fix my relationships. Something illegal. Accept my fate? I would message 10 people on Facebook saying if they didn't forward the message to 10 people, I would die tomorrow. My bottled water scared me to death last night. I despise this light outside of my apartment. My girlfriend's hair clip nearly put me in a cardiac arrest. Fun biology fact, toddlers' skulls are full of teeth, waiting, watching. Emojis in real life are terrifying. Anonymous hero donates hospital 200 human kidneys. Did you know there is a concept art of teenage Shrek? This is no. What's normal at 3 p.m. but terrifying at 3 a.m. The sound of the ice cream truck. This is the most cursed face swap I have ever seen. This is why you always wear a helmet or get a car. I'm bored. Got any interesting stories, people? Maybe it would be better if you told us what that thing is in your mirror. I can't believe this just happened to me. I'm screaming. Wrong number. Sorry. The owner of the photo said, I suddenly woke up at night and found my cat sitting like this, looking at me. If spiders worked together, they could eat all humans in a year. If I cut off my foot and like swing it at your head, am I kicking or hitting you? You will most likely be mentally scarring me more than anything. The coffee shop had Among Us cookies today. They should make one of the cookies the imposter and just poison it. Apparently this is what it looks like when you take a selfie through a paper towel roll. If that glass breaks, humanity is doomed. I wanted to give my dog a haircut, and now I want him to leave my house. I'm scared. Every night, Satan checks under his bed, confirming that thing is not there. Dear girlfriends and wives, please hang up your wigs where the kids can't reach. I nearly collapsed last night in my own house. My 3D reimagining of what Homer Simpson would look like in real life. They were supposed to be smiley faces. Now they look like tormented souls begging for death. What if instead of drops, rain fell all at once, like a 2-inch thick sheet of water just goes and then it's sunny again. Fun fact, this is what would happen if there was no air resistance, and it would actually come down so fast that it would kill us. I almost left my whole family in this house, naked and all. The odds of being killed by a tomato are low, but never zero. This is the mascot for the Oyster Festival, and I'm absolutely terrified of it. This spooky mannequin at the back of a small store. You wake up from a nap and see this in your living room. What is your next move? I feel like this thing could rip my soul out just by looking at me. A man in Florida woke up with a headache, only to discover his wife had shot him while he slept. He survived. Dude got up and was like, oh babe, I got a bad headache. You know it's time to move when, hey kid, wanna hear a scary story? One day, you will be able to do whatever you want, and you will choose to stay home alone. Hey, perfectionists, here is an 89-degree angle. Have a good day. I think the scariest part about having triplets is having to be pregnant for 27 months. It's like a scarecrow for humans. When your wife is scarier than any disease, which one would scare you more? If my dad calls me, then I know I messed up. Do you ever scare the hell out of yourself for no reason? Like, I'll be downstairs getting juice and I will tell myself, imagine if someone was standing behind you right now, waiting for you to turn around. Like, I had no reason to do that to myself. The scariest president has to be Rushmore because he had 4 heads. It is a good thing we captured him and trapped him in that mountain, even if we have to live in fear of the spell wearing off. I forgot my mum bought a buffalo, scared the hell out of me. If you are lonely, dim all lights and put on a horror movie. After a while, it won't feel like you are alone anymore. This is terrifying. No, kids dressed as shadows for Halloween. Their mother bought black morph suits for them and then layered black clothes over them. This may be the scariest thing ever. Text a girl, hey beautiful, and trust me, you could make her whole day. Hey beautiful, go away you creep. Like, I'm honestly going to report you to the police. Freaking stalker. If you spot this guy, call police. US Marshals are looking for him, and he may have been in Hampton Roads. If I spot this guy, I'm going to mind my business. I'm screaming. I was sleeping in the car during a road trip, and as I woke, I looked up at this image on the truck next to us. Sometimes an eyelash gets into your eye. You blink, and it disappears. But where do they all go? What's a fact that makes you uncomfortable? We will start. Your bones are wet. There is a moment during the cremation where the meat is perfectly cooked. He's summoning Satan. Or maybe he's just warming his paws because they're cold. No, he's a cat. He is definitely summoning Satan. Go ahead and park like an idiot. I have something for your fancy backup camera. Horror movie synopsis. White family moves into house. The house got some weird shit in it. Family refuses to acknowledge snitch that they've got some weird stuff in their house. Turns out that thing is some ultra thing. Please no Halloween posts just yet. There's still 2 months left. Did someone say Halloween? Which is creepier, the animatronic Elvis I ripped the face off while disassembling it, or this selfie with me wearing its face? The fact that you thought of doing this at all. Everything is fun and games until you erase Panda's black marks on their eyes. I have a friend that insisted on dressing up like a clown for his family picture back when he was like 8, and it's my favorite picture ever. Why is he sitting like a 14th century monarch? He is one. The passer through walls, sculpture, in the Paris catacombs, some French guy. You know what would be fucked up to see in the catacomb? Well, you asked for it. This is official law now. Remember, human shown for scale. Fall Guys are 6 foot. This Fall Guy is happy. Look into his eyes. We can't take it back. Finally found a picture of the quilt I made. No, wait, hold the phone. Why is your reflection looking at the camera? This year, I carved a really spooky pumpkin. Well, that's creepy. How weird would it be if babies cried while they were still in the womb? Like, can you imagine walking around and there's just muffled screaming coming from her stomach? Courtney, what the hell? Just wanted to remind you of our community standards. What if your teeth were naturally flaccid and got hard when you were hungry? I did not have a picture of my girl to put in my little locket, so I just drew her. You can now become your cat by turning his photo into an incredibly realistic mask. So apparently 50% of home owning is hearing strange noises and hoping they are made by ghosts because I cannot afford to fix them. Nothing is scarier than Disney World in 1940s. What the hell is Outback Steakhouse planning? Mind your damn business. To the Joker, this is just a normal dog. Sandpaper floor room. So basically, it's a torture device where a person is put into a room with slow-moving sandpaper at the bottom. There is no way out. The person has to walk forward to keep from getting sent to the corner and scraped. Our newest flavor of Oreos have increased production by 669%. You weebs are disgusting. I bet it would be funny to put a pancake on my cat's face 2 minutes later. Jesus, I keep screaming, but God won't answer. How old are you anyway? Somewhere between 5 months and 50 years. Grocery shopping has become a real-life version of Pac-Man. Avoid everyone, get the fruit, and take any route to avoid contact. You know, Halloween jack-o'-lanterns were originally made out of turnips. Neat. I wonder what it looked like. Astronauts on the first manned mission to Mars, finding a human skull buried in the sand near their lander. My dog sits awkwardly. That is a human. Why did high school teachers always make college professors sound so strict and scary, when in reality, they're like, "What's up? You can call me Andy. I illegally downloaded the textbook if you need it, and I also have a gambling problem. Why is there a pentagram on your floor?" Okay, first of all, Mom, it's not a pentagram. And second, what are you doing in my apartment? Oh, I summoned Mom. A parentagram. This picture makes me so uncomfortable. This cat looks like it's about to tell the best ghost story I've ever heard. Dentist waiting room. Let's hope a gynecologist never decides to do something similar. I think my dog needs an exorcist. He's a good boy. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Broken iris. Holy damn. How irresponsible do you have to be to break your iris? I guess they were being pretty irresponsible. Someone literally died on my flight today, so we made an emergency landing and everyone missed their connections. The guy behind me was complaining, saying, "How is it an emergency if they're dead?" And I would just like to say that you, sir, are the devil. No beans. Also, hammers cost $500 if you want one. Why the hell do they make crematorium sound so delicious? Nice guys, before and after being rejected. This is so dumb. From an antique mirror cast in resin. I want this in my house, but I feel like I would keep thinking it's moved further out. Accidentally searched of overweight car instead of overweight cat. This was the first result. I genuinely cannot think of a word to call this monstrosity other than a monstrosity. A zombie spider covered in fungus, half dead, half alive, which can crawl around. I am watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and paused it at the worst possible time, and now I am traumatized. Welsh women used to curse people by falling to their knees, pulling out their bobs, and screaming obscenities at their victim. It's sad how we let traditions die. Next time you have a bowl of ground meat, poke some holes in it and do a face swab. My name is Pete, and I like feet. Every time I see them, I beat my feet. Okay, stay 1 million feet away from me. 1 million feet. Eating a Kit Kat the wrong way. Day 3. Nobody. Animals in Barbie movies. God creates Australia. Angel. You gave them literally all the scary animals. God. Yes, but they will love them. How? Creating Steve Owen. Trust me. Your bones secrete a hormone that can make you panic, scientists find. So it was my own spooky scary skeleton that sent shivers down my spine. No more fun facts. I want to hear a scary, unsettling fact about you. Boo, did I scare you? If you're ever scared, you're not a good person. Remember that bad people don't care about being better. I need to hang this on my wall. This just fixed my whole mood today. Time heals all wounds, but the scars are a constant reminder. This is Blockbuster, right? I hid under the bed to scare my boyfriend while he was in the bathroom, and when he came out, he saw I was gone, and I watched him get all excited and run into the closet to wait and scare me. I was sitting under the bed, crying, laughing. My Roomba is scared of thunderstorms. I was sitting at my desk just a few minutes ago, drawing, and a really loud crack of thunder went off. No power surges or anything, just thunder, and my Roomba fled from its dock and started spinning in circles. I currently now have an active Roomba sitting quietly on my lap. Humans will make a bond with anything. This Florida motel air conditioner has seen some things that no one should see. Free soup. You're going to be so cursed. Free soup. I just watched a Peppa Pig makeup tutorial, and I am never sleeping again. The Mountain Dew that came out of this dispenser tasted horrible. Please remedy this. Was going to iron my pants, but ended up shitting them instead. Man accused of exposing himself at public pool. I've never seen someone look so young, yet so old. So feminine, yet so masculine. So pretty, yet so ugly. I'm truly disturbed. Pregnant woman. Oh my god, my baby is so cute. The baby. That awkward moment when you ask your girlfriend what she's doing, and she says, making soy milk. Phone calls should be short, sweet, and heavy breathing. Everyone. AI art will make designers obsolete. AI accepting the job. How to make anything you do sound suspicious. Be mostly specific. Yes, I bought this with legal, tender money. Money that was acquired legally. I met with a friend who was alive. I want to be the standing still, not burned home of my enemies. What's wrong, son? You've hardly played with your Pictendo hog cube. How much scarier would a frog be if it ran instead of hopped? You just hear blah, 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 coming towards you, and you look down, and it's just a frog going at full speed. Hearing a baby laugh. You don't have any kids. Me when the taxi driver tries to ease tension by making small talk, unaware he will not be seen alive again. Woman arrested for training squirrels to attack her ex-boyfriend. Me waiting to drop some dope serial killer facts on some unsuspecting people. I don't know any facts. Hey Julie, this is your Uber driver from tonight, Jeffrey. I just realized I forgot to give you a promo code. Use the code CUTIE for a free ride, but only valid if you use it on the way to dinner with me. Jeffrey, what are you doing? Officers respond to report of deranged person and find cardboard cutout of MyPillow founder. When you are chilling in a pool and suddenly see one of these. My teacher left the room during a test, so we all started sharing answers. Then I look up and she was staring right at me. Never draw Kirby without his eye glints. To whoever put the reflective eyes on this tree by the side of the road, you, fine sir, are an arsehole. Having nightmares because of this British program. I never watched this. I am screaming. This girl is possessed. Scary movies should put high-pitched sounds only dogs can hear, so your dog will start acting crazy for no reason at the scariest parts. If I were a murderer, I would be the Febreze murder and lead my victims blindfolded to an undisclosed location, and I would ask them what they smelled, and they would be like, OMG, ocean, air, tulips. Then I would rip the blindfold off, and it would be a pile of bodies of my previous victims. This website scares me. Nice things to whisper when hugging someone. You smell different when you're awake. Please help me. Then smile as if nothing happened. Soon. You have lovely skin. I can't. Your hair tastes like strawberries. Tonight, you. He knows. Don't go home. I found this while doing a locker check. Seattle is protected by an MMA fighter that dresses as superheroes and fights crime, vigilante style, under the name Phoenix Jones. Lamb with human-like features, including eyes, nose, and mouth, is born on a farm in Russia. I don't think I've experienced anything more terrifying than being alone in a dark room and a SpongeBob toy spontaneously laughing on its own. What can I say except delete this? Just watching The Office on my computer, and every now and then the image glitches up, but this is the most horrifying thing I have ever seen. Someone invented a doorknob that lets you see what's inside without going into the room. If I ever become a surgeon, I would say right before the patient passes out from anesthesia. Okay, pull up the WikiHow article. Welcome, be our guest. These skeletons look legitimately friendly and inviting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hella stoked to kick it with these skeletons. When you're walking past a body in a horror game and it suddenly comes back to life, you can almost hear the pug scream. My sister and her husband just had a baby, and this is my favorite picture of the situation. He's behind me, isn't he? I am going to go to bed tonight. I am tired. Good night. Okay, good night. Why would you do that? Her eyeshadow. I thought she was possessed. When it's dark as hell in your room and the clothes piled on your chair look like a person staring at you while you sleep. Me coming out to steal your man. You can have her. What's an evil prank you have pulled off? People in school used to take my Gatorade, so I took an empty bottle, filled it with dyed salt water, and let them take my drink. Not gonna lie, it was hilarious watching one person to spit salt water in the middle of class, only for their unbelieving friend to do the same. In France, a beautiful 15-year-old stallion named Peyo often comes to comfort and soothe terminal patients at a hospital. The horse chooses which patient he wants to see, kicking his hoofs outside the door. I can't imagine anything more terrifying than being off painkillers, waiting for the end, and hearing this clap-clap of the death horse choosing me. My housemate has just left for a third date with a girl he met on Tinder. He claims he's going to bring her home tonight. He's been a bit of a pain lately, so it's time for payback. Engage Facebook stalk mode, find his date, print some of her photos, frame, and place randomly around the house. The cherry on the top is her high school graduation photo on his bedside table. I have to go to the dentist tomorrow and get high, and get put on laughing gas to fix the only cavity I have received in my life. And this thing is in the ceiling, looking down at me while I'm strapped down to a chair, with my mouth wide open, having tools probe at my teeth, and gums while I drool on myself. What the hell? I heard someone wasn't brushing their teeth. I figured out that horror games with grotesque monsters and spooky environments are minus 9,000% scary if you pretend you're Steve Owen on a mission to document the monsters. Looky there, there's a 6-foot grunt from the basement. Gonna wrestle it. This is how I get through a lot of scary environments without getting scared. It really works. This is what terrifies me about the ocean. The few times I've gone snorkeling, this is the most intensely scary but amazing thing about it. The bit where the reef ends and it suddenly just drops off and you can't see the bottom or what's down there, and you swim over the edge and suddenly you're in open water and you feel so vulnerable, like you're a fish that lives on the reef. You finally understand Finding Nemo. The year is 2078. They finally found a cure for Alzheimer's. Unfortunately for you, what's already gone cannot be brought back. Your memories are gone forever. Your brain is still a shell of what it was. You live the rest of your years in unending torment. When you make a joke in front of your psychologist and instead of laughing, she starts writing it down. I just started therapy last week and damn, if this exact thing didn't happen to me. I thought I was being funny. She took notes and said, "That's not a healthy way of dealing with trauma. Would you prefer if I stabbed someone? If you sleep with your hand dangling at the side of your bed, the monster under your bed will hold it while you're asleep. My local Morrison's is selling actual sacks of wet eggs. This is the most wretched and cursed item I have ever witnessed. In case you were wondering what Quagmire would look like in real life." Yeah, why would you do this? I rate movies using a strict passful system based on how the cinematography compares to this one shot in Monster House. If you could telepathically say something that all 7.8 billion people on Earth could hear at once, what would it be? Act out a conversation between two people talking about shutting down the simulation, then freak out about accidentally broadcasting the conversation to the simulation. My 2-year-old is into scary movies, but complained that they aren't scary enough, so we watched The Descent, and wow, you don't always know when you messed up as a parent, but this was a big one. Yeah, my dad made me watch he didn't make me, I watched not The Purge. I watched this really fucked up movie as a kid. It was called Damien, The Omen. It's about, what the fuck, why did I watch that? Fuck me up, man. Same with the, Annabelle, the one before that, I didn't know the name. Yeah, it's the day I'm uploading this, and it's The Conjuring. Do not watch that movie. Can someone with Photoshop skills please add a train to make this super intense and scary? OMG, I forgot to show you guys the squid kite I saw yesterday. I can't tell if this is the entrance to hell, or just the typical high school bathroom. Happiness is a cabin on 800 acres, 3 lakes, 2 mountains, a forest, and no neighbors. This cat looks like it's about to tell a scary urban legend. Oh, one of those pesky hangnails. I'll take care of that. I just walked in my room, and there is a deer. Hell, not to open up a can of worms on her, but I just saw a dolphin's brain for the first time yesterday, and there is no way we're smarter than these things. Glowing eyes of an alligator at dusk. Whoa, that's a demon. Huh, here come that boy. Gave my dad a Mr. Bean cutout for Christmas, and he's been moving it around the house to scare my mum. Desperate times call for desperate measures. This dude just rolled into our math class and left. The bowling machine took my picture, then made my face another lane's whole background. Don't throw out doll heads. You can turn them into candy nightlights for your kids. We discovered a trapdoor in class today. The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. I can see eyes. Close that door. You find out your closest friend is a killer. What do you do? Hand him my list and ask him to help me out. The recursive senator. Half horse, half recursive centaur. No use. Crying over cursed milk. You remember Tom and Jerry, right? The rest of the pizza is trash. Just throw it away. A steam train after a boiler explosion. Favorite new thing. Scratching haunting things into bananas at the market. So when people take them home, hours later, and the words appear, they think a ghost knows their secrets. Thinking about deep sea creatures. They're out there. He is just wafting around like a ghost. Dad needs his Mentos. I chew gum so much that my dentist says it's become a part of my mouth's ecosystem, and if I stop it, I will have disastrous consequences for my health. What if humans lost all of their skin every winter and walked around as skeletons, and the trees get annoyed when they have to rake all of our skin off their lawn? How high are you? A reminder that your floofy cat's adorable toe beans look like this without fur. You are welcome. Y'all remember being 15? That was messed up. Age distribution of hospital visits due to punching walls. I love the one 69-year-old that punched a wall. My cat has been staring at this gopher for like 10 minutes. I think he's waiting to hurt him until he finishes digging. How polite. He's letting him dig his own grave. Oh, 90% of the ocean is undiscovered, and you're telling me mermaids don't exist? This actually exists, and you want a mermaid. Yup. In mythology, mermaids cause shipwrecks and drown people. They're evil. Sounds like my kind of people. Found the white Snoop Dogg. It gets worse the longer you look. How to make hamburgers without a grill. I used to think this movie was a live action and that the people who lived in Europe looked like this. What the fuck? Approximately 92 sobbing horses are calling. What do they want this time? What does this say? What does this mean? It is a scary time for men in America because I'm dressed in a clown suit, taking them out one by one. 1 nanometer away from having a 240p video with a logo at the top right. Walk in, see this. What do? Depends. Do you own a dog? Screw this game. I turned on my Kinect mic to try and add realism. I farted and the alien found me, eating a Kit Kat the wrong way. Day 3. Your dog watching you sleep, wondering if pretending is worth it anymore. My mom put a cute little holiday light in the toilet without telling me, so guess who thought they walked into hell at 5 a.m. this morning? Tricking my 3-year-old into thinking I got raptured. 1 hour dark church organ. Dementia. Suffering. Pain. Gangster's paradise. 2 bodies recovered during search for missing swimmers at Murderkill River. Sorry, where? So I work at a pizza place right next door to a comic book store, and today's free comic book day. I did not think it would get too crazy or anything. Then I look to the front of the store and see this. My friend works at a movie theater and can take the cardboard cutouts. I have an irreconcilable fear of sharks. She decided to use her spare key privileges to terrify me beyond repair. The last thing my enemies see before succumbing to the green. Morgue employee cremated by mistake while taking a nap. I guess 2 people got fired that day. My little cousin gotta stop leaving his shampoo here. I've never been more uncomfortable taking a poop in my life. I don't care what color it is. I'm not wearing it. Did anyone ask you? I will make you look like your profile picture if you say some smart shit like that again. Cannot even begin to imagine the Blade Runner cyberpunk this ladybug I found on my RGB keyboard was going through. It would appear that someone in my apartment complex doesn't like my new wind chimes. On Earth, a magician puts his hand in his head in the rabbit realm. The hand emerges. It is time. The Rabbit Council must choose a sacrifice. A giant twisting serpent skeleton emerges from a river in France. It's a sculpture. I almost pooped a goddamn cathedral. I thought the serpent lords had come to reclaim the earth. They are making funny new men, and you can find them in your local tube. Behold, a group of vegans about to hatch. Nature is amazing. He/she. There's only one gender, bro. There's only one now. They're taking them out, one by one. I was bored, so I put this on, and then sat on my kitchen floor in the dark, waiting for my mum to get home. And when she saw me, she screamed so loud, the neighbors called the cops. The world's oldest cheese, found in an Egyptian tomb, but it may be filled with a deadly disease. Cannot drink the sarcophagus juice. Can't eat the tomb cheese. What even is the point of archaeology? Hey, I'm going to be late again. Yeah, it's the crab again. What is your most controversial NBA take? The ball is alive and doesn't like being thrown around like that. Drunk dude becomes the first person to ever swim across the Hoover Dam and make it out alive. The last thing he heard before crossing. Don't be a bitch. Stab wound? You mean like extra pocket? Nobody on this website should be allowed outside, I swear. So I connected to the free Wi-Fi in Starbucks and airdropped this picture, and I swear like 10 people screamed. My neighbor keeps vacuuming his floor when I'm sleeping at night. I started vacuuming the ceiling as he sleeps at 3 a.m. If we die, we're taking you with us. Be be the difference. I have never so cheerfully been told something this terrifying, and certainly not by a bee. My favorite visual gags, something drawn realistically to show an emotion, something drawn poorly, dream house, the abyss. I do not know where he came from, but he sure as hell don't look like no good boy. Aesthetic, behind the scenes of shots of actresses posing with their co-stars who are playing monsters that look like couple photos. It has been summoned. That is so evil. Florida man, 37, arrested for kidnapping 27 people and then forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight when you annoyed all the car drivers and have to find a bigger target. Hey brain, I kinda feel bad right now. Could you tell me why please? Nah. Why? I'm literally you. Lol, get fucked. When you die, your voice is added to the chorus of children yelling, "Aye, Captain," in the SpongeBob intro. This is probably the most cursed thing I have ever seen. Tries to look scary and intimidating. Fails miserably because of cuteness. When you're a perfectionist, therefore you don't believe in practice makes perfect, and thought you could make a needle felt Pikachu with no experience in needle felting. Moms be like, my son didn't do that. My daughter was given this creepy William Shakespeare doll, and it has become her favorite toy. She cuddles Shakespeare at night, brushes his gross old man hair, and puts him on the potty. Do I just embrace this? Do I hide him before their bond is unbreakable? Okay, but there was this bus filled with potatoes driving around my town today. So at my house, we have an intercom in everyone's room, and when you press talk and speak into it, everyone can hear what you say. So last night at like 1 a.m, I spoke into it and quietly whispered, Shia LaBeouf. I heard my mom scream in the other room. Can somebody explain to me how something like this could happen? The car is a part of the punk subculture and is striking out against authority and parents with outlandish hairstyles. I found this while doing a Google image search for Slenderman. I don't know if it's hilarious or just deeply wrong. I like how Slenderman is actually standing in the background. Well, I did not see that. Random wheelchair. Plankton built his computer wife, so he's the one who programmed her personality. Plankton made a wife who would belittle and mock him. Plankton has a humiliation thing. Sometimes we have thoughts, but we don't have to share them with everyone and put them out into the world. Just a suggestion. A clown boy, half clown, half cowboy, says yeehaw. This is it. The worst post. This girl on Instagram posted her plane ticket, and I called and cancelled her flight. Imagine shooting Santa Claus out of the sky. I'm laughing because all I can hear is him shouting, hoo hoo, holy shit. I got banned from Cheat Code Central when I was a kid for posting elaborate time-wasting fake cheats for various games I never played, asking a stranger, can you make sure nobody takes my bag? While pointing to someone else's bag. People who just randomly meet band members on the street. How do you do it? Step 1. Go outside for once. Oh, but the outer net is scary. The outer net. As an Indian woman, I can confirm that too much of my time is spent hiding behind a rock, praying the terrifying gang of international giant ladies and their Latvian general don't find me. Let me merge, or I swear I will kill us both. I love how this could either be about driving or using XR. How the animal's skeleton looks like. How scientists would recreate the animal. The animal. Who is she? Mary Kondo. This shipping container does not spark joy. Some dude. Hey bro, you got time? Yeah, it's pulls out a cat from inside my jacket and looks it dead in the eyes. About 6 p.m. Context. I thought this was some shitpost and just accepted it. I'm the only thing preventing the mailman and the vacuum from killing my entire family. This was such a confusing and frightening post before I read the name of the person that posted it. The crunch that you hear in every bite of M&M's colorful button-shaped chocolates is your teeth crushing our worthless spines. I don't remember this post. In 5th grade, we were making little clay statues and mine came out bad, so I left a big air pocket in it so it would explode when the teacher put it in the kiln, and it exploded so hard that it destroyed 10 other kids' statues, and they were all on the verge of tears. I thought it was really funny. I still do. So you basically planted a bomb. Pronounces champagne like lasagna. Do not. Pronounces lasagna like do not. Just bought this tapeworm from Etsy. Where are you going to keep it? I don't like this post. What? The spider in my bathtub, waiting for me to turn on the water so it can teleport to a different part of the house. Small blobs of human brain grown in a dish have been coaxed into forming rudimentary eyes, which respond to light by sending signals to the rest of the brain tissue. New horrific state of consciousness just dropped. Mid-tantrum, 6-year-old paused to write mama and dada, then crossed out both words. Shocked by his own cruelty, empty. He crumpled the page, muttering, "Not nice of me." Food for thought. If the US cut just 2% of its annual defense budget, it could afford to construct a colossal obsidian spear in San Francisco Bay. On top of the obvious economic benefit, it would be visible throughout all of Northern California and emanate an ominous I saw a fake skeleton for sale today for $849, and I was like, what the hell? I could get a real skeleton for free, screw that. Then, I remembered murder is illegal. You're going to jail for reblogging this. First year knows he should not be looking at the wielding, but can't help himself. The forbidden light, he sighed. It got me again. It feels like someone's thrown sand in my eyes. So foolish. This is not satire. It's actually like this. I'm really glad I started meal prepping. Really changed my life. Like this post, and I will instantly teleport to your home and gobble up your shower curtain. My shower curtain is glass. Well, crunchity munchity then. You think that will stop me? Chase, smile, okay? I forgot how. Go ahead then. Go crazy. I should have never smoked that. Now I gotta collect 8 pages. Where am I? A river in Russia froze over a very interesting pattern. Old music is so much better than what we have these days. If you know, you know. Truck hauling 10 tons of ramen noodles. Crashes into lake. Almost creates world's largest soup. I'm sorry we couldn't spare any pillows or blankets for you. You're fine with sleeping on the couch, right? Sleeps on this naked, and in the morning, you have to pry me off with a spatula. People who play support characters. How? I just want to barge in and shoot everyone. How can you just stay back and play and heal? Bad at aiming and scared. British people be like, alright, it's time to go to the shops. When the weather starts getting nice, but the only outfits you look good in is all black. This is the best Tinder bio I've seen. I'd like to cover you in peanut butter and see how much I could... What the fuck? Most people have no idea how big Brazil actually is. My friend just texted me this picture from our school. My daughter loves the things she is learning in grade 2, and she woke me up this morning by whispering, "I have more bones than you," directly into my ear. So I'm pretty psyched to be raising an extremely powerful science which several people are typing. When you're in the shower and the lights flicker, when you're home alone and the ice maker turns on, Countdown apologizes. After letters round, accidentally summons Cthulhu. I would like you to paint me a cat. A what? A cat? You know what a cat is, right? You've seen a cat. Yeah, of course. My daughter had a friend sleepover and left this note for her friend. I'm not reading all this, but warning, if you wake me up for anything, I will rip off your limbs and hit you with them. POV, you catch me eating shredded cheese at 3 a.m. And here we see Beth Esther, employee, seated at a standard bugged collision desk, enjoying another productive day of porting Skyrim around. Hasbro's has just introduced me, and this is not a joke. Their new nightmarish mascot for Nerf brand products named Murph. Murph's terrifying catchphrase is, "Unleash the play in you. Here is Murph. My body is my journal, and my tattoos are my story." Paper mache frog at the botanical garden gift shop that haunts my dreams. Showed this to my friend with epilepsy. He loved it so much that he started breakdancing on the floor. You ever think about the kind of guy who makes a cursed amulet? Like, ooh, whoever puts this on is going to have a nasty surprise. Get a real hobby. Rick Ross fights off alligators trying to steal his pizza. Archaeologists in the future finding what passed as compensation for being worked to death. I wanted those reports on my desk an hour ago. Susan, have you seen Brian? He has my stapler. Susan, stop dancing. This is serious. Hey, Susan, I'm going to get lunch. What am I reading? Takes off my leather jacket to reveal a second secret leather jacket underneath. You mean skin? What an absolutely terrifying addition to my post. Thank you. My first attempt at a creepypasta. Carpeted kitchen. What the fuck? It would be messed up if our teeth were flaccid but got hard when we ate. I was having a good day. Can you imagine trying to talk with waggling flaccid teeth flipping around in your mouth like weird bone noodles? My wife said there were too many chocolate chips in these cookies, so she picked around them. Everything everywhere, all at once. Nothing matters. Oh my god, nothing matters. Take back to the time when I was making a burrito and I lost my omelet for 20 minutes. I am a man, woman, entity beyond your comprehension, seeking men, women, the ability to remove sentient. My dad and his friends look like the cast of Stranger Things, 1982. Book Shrek is 50% more chaotic than movie Shrek. Shrek decided to marry whatever this thing is. No priest would officiate because God hated Shrek for being alive, so they used a crocodile. Orcas are ripping open great white sharks for their livers, hearts, and nuts. Whatever gang war is going on in the ocean, I want to see it. Their art style is cute. Why would they waste it? Mental illness. If you travel up to the middle of nowhere in the UK, you might be lucky enough to find the remnants of long-lost people? What long-lost people? We're still here. Bro, you think I'm a cartoon villain? Question 5 of 35. I use tricky plans and schemes to get my way. Shaggy memes over AirPod memes. AirPod Shaggy is coming back. Oh my god. They have AirPods in. They can't hear us. Oh my. Planting fake fossils to give some future biologist a short glimmer of hope before carbon dating it. Stare into the beautiful abyss that is this massive American Girl doll collection. Drink your school, stay in sleep, don't do milk, and get 8 hours of Yes sir. He looks like he's followed all of that advice. Want to prank your friends? Freeze Mentos in ice cubes. Serve them time bomb sodas. My ex is still logged into Twitter on my phone. I could be cliche and tweet, I'm a douche, lol. No. Instead, every few days, I will tweet something he would totally say, but he would never remember tweeting it. Slowly, the slightly out of place tweets will drive him insane. Victory. You are Satan. I poked holes in my parents' protection, which led to the birth of my little sister, and I kept it a secret for 25 years, living in a you're so hot world. But Peter Griffin said, I hope the light... This isn't scary. I don't know why I downloaded this. I think I just found it that funny. I want it to be in the next recent meme video. Fantastic. This is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Why am I laughing? Hey gang, I'm ordering $14 worth of soda and nothing else from my local Domino's. I'm thirsty. He better not have. Your order is in the oven. Susan, I know you're home. Just come outside so we can talk things out. When you're messing around on a trampoline and your homie hits you with that double bounce. For all you mountain climbers out there. Climbs up and takes a few good You literally did not have to say that. I have a habit of being too casual everywhere. So one time while I was working, I accidentally said, what's crack-a-lacking to an old person looking for medication, and she replied, my bones, dear. This app is truly amazing. Poor grandma though. Hopefully her bones are better now. When I was 9 months pregnant with my son, my mom and I were on the side of the road, struggling with a flat. A car with 4 men stopped, not to help, but to ask for directions to a local golf course. My mom sent them 15 miles in the wrong direction. She is the legend who shaped me. Haha, not to scare anyone, but the hell does Beyond in Bed Bath & Beyond stand for? Me. What's Beyond? Employee. Snapping his neck. Go find out. As a former employee, I appreciate this. What the hell and fuck are you implying, lady? I'm anorexic. This is funny. I hope you're okay though. Focus on yourself. I appreciate you, Jess, but I think focusing on myself is what started the problem. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope you recover well. Living in an age of the internet where an account with the username Brian Felt 1989 is a 100% spam bot dedicated to harvesting not safe for work and personal data, but Bob 420 is a sign of a breathing human life who just posts updates about their home garden.